a check to come here at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. He got a Super Bowl. That's the perks you get for being super dope. Like, whoa, huh, I keep that drip on me. I can't never slip on me. What's poppin'? We back at it, you know what I'm saying? Today we got a new video for y'all, man. This video is called 3 Extremely Disturbing Interviews with Serial Killers. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty interested to see what they talk about. You know what I mean? You know, serial killers are some crazy motherfuckers, man. So, shit, I'm trying to see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting it to be kind of insane. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. The last video, y'all went crazy. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all with all my heart. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning into every video. It means a lot. The support is lit.
There are many disturbing interviews, but the most skin-crawling interviews come from serial killers. From the co-ed killer, who cut off his own mother's head, to a killer cop. Here are 4 extremely disturbing interviews with serial killers. Gerard John Schaefer Jr. was an American murderer and suspected serial killer, who was imprisoned in 1973 for murders he committed while he was a sheriff's deputy in Martin County, Florida. Schaefer was convicted of 2 murders, but was suspected of many others. He frequently appealed against his conviction, but privately boasted, both verbally and in writing, of killing more than 30 women and girls.
Wow.
In December 1995, Schaefer was stabbed to death in his prison cell.
Jesus Christ.
Does it really horrify you? Are you a little more cautious about picking up that hitchhiker? You girls, are you a little more cautious about who you pick up in the singles bar and take home? Like Mr. Goodbar, right? Diane Keaton did that very well, but do you get my drift? What I was trying to inject an awareness into people through that? They see The Deliberate Stranger and they see it as entertainment. And Ted was real. He was real, man. He'd kill you. And laughed. He enjoyed it. And I could sit there, like I'm sitting with you, and talk about it. He relished it. And I'm thinking, wow. This guy, if only you could get his face on a camera when he's talking to me like this in the cage. They say,
was he reliving all the time his murders?
well, I wouldn't say all the time, but I took he told me that he had followed my case in the detective magazines, and that he had killed 2 girls in Washington as a copycat crime, so to speak, on the place in Jessup. And I think those were Ott and Naisland. And he would tell me that he took them up on the logging road and strangled them and had sex with their corpses and went back and had sex with their corpses and cut off their heads. Like, it's a tribute. And I'm thinking, you motherfuckers that wrote that. I said, here's the guy who read it, believed your bullshit, and went out and did something like this. And now, he's like bragging to me. It wasn't exactly a brag, it was like a tribute. How many did you get, really, Jerry? They said 34. Did they get all of them? Or do you have private graveyards? I said, Dad, I'm the best. What can I say to somebody like that, right?
You hear what they talking about? Like, that shit is so crazy. Like, they treating it like this is like a game or something. Like, it's a competition. Like, he's like infatuated with the fact that he did this type of stuff. Like, this is crazy, bro.
Say, you're left without any kind of rational response, because if you say, Ted, it's all bullshit, he's gonna say, no, it's not. I know. And he knew, see, because he had lived it, and I hadn't lived it, except for what was written about me. And he was doing it based on what he had read.
Wow.
So he had 36. He wanted to be the best. He was obsessed because they said I had 34. And he was afraid that I had ones that he didn't know about. So, and he was always trying to get me to say, no, that's all I got, 34, you know.
That's
But
crazy.
I never would say that. I discerned that he was concerned about the number.
Edmund Emil Kemper III is an American serial killer, serial rapist, and necrophile who murdered 10 people, including his paternal grandparents and mother. He is noted for his height of 6 feet 9 inches, and for his high intellect, possessing an IQ of 145. Kemper was nicknamed the Co-Ed Killer, as most of his victims were female college students.
You might as well call this motherfucker Slender Man. He's 6'9", walking out here killing people. Like, how do you miss this tall ass motherfucker?
It was April.
He got the
For 2
perv
months,
stash
I
and
had
all.
killed.
Like, how do you
I said,
miss
"It's
this
not going to
motherfucker,
happen
bro?"
to any more girls. It's got to stay between me and my mother, and it's got to. I can't get away from her. We're still fighting. She's still belittling me. I'm like a puppet on a string, and I entertain her. She knows all my buttons, and I dance like a puppet with that pain. And it even got physical, to where I had physically grabbed her and thrown her onto her bed, trying to emphasize a point that she's threatening to kill her. So here I pick up these 2 young ladies in Berkeley on Ashby Avenue. One has flowers in her hand, petite little dolls. They're in granny dresses and they're hitchhiking, a couple of real experts. I want to see how together I am, if I can resist this temptation. Get in my car. They want to go one way. I know they need to go the other. If they go the way they're insisting on, we're headed right back out to where the first 2 co-eds were murdered. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, all I got to do is relax and they'll take me to their death. I've got the gun in the car, the same one I've been doing it with. I insisted, as gently as I could, I took them where they needed to go, to their college. It was 1 week before I murdered my mother. I said, she's got to die, and I've got to die, or girls like that are going to die. And that's when I decided I'm going to murder my mother.
Wow.
I knew a week before she died, I was going to kill her. And she went out to a party, she got soused, she came home, went to sleep. I was woken up by that, came out, I walked up to her bed, she's laying there reading a paperback, as many thousands of nights before. And she said, oh, I suppose you're going to want to sit up all night and talk now. Shit. I looked at her, I said, no. I said, good night. And I knew I was going to kill her, you know? And it's so cold, it's so hard. And that's the first time in 10 years I've looked at it that way. I mean, that intensely, that honestly. It hurts. Because I'm not a lizard, I'm not from under a rock. I came out of her vagina. See? Came out of my mother. And in a rage, I went right back in.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like this motherfucker, man. I don't feel sympathy for him at all. He killed his moms. Now he want to cry and say all this bullshit. I ain't with all that. Next one. Next!
Otis L. Woodtool was an American drifter and serial killer who was convicted of 6 counts of murder. Like his companion Henry Lee Lucas, Toole made confessions he later recanted, which resulted in murder convictions. He died in his cell from cirrhosis at age 49.
He a ugly motherfucker, too.
Police attributed the murder of Adam Walsh to Toole on the basis of recanted statements. Lucas had backed Toole's confession to the Walsh murder, claiming claiming he had been in possession of the victim's severed head.
What do you prefer in life? Sex or fire? Well, I like both. I like both.
What?
There it is.
Hold on, I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
Well, I like both.
Possession of the
What did he
victim's severed
say? He
head.
like what?
What do you prefer in life? Sex or fire? Well, I like both.
Sex or fire? What the hell? What kind of question is that?
Maybe it is. There it is. I'm what you call
Oh, you what you call a fucking weirdo. That's what you call. You a weirdo.
a pyromaniac can be most anything, but I'm what you call
A weirdo.
power. I like to see a whole city burned down. A whole city. I like to see the whole city. Like the tallest building, I can see it. I see the whole thing. What do you feel when you see it? What do you feel? Sexy. Yeah. That excitement, when you get excited, it's really pleasure. You know, a serial killer. You can't really stabilize it. But it's done in a pattern, the same way all the time, on the same kind of weapon. It ain't no, it's a pattern, same way. Otherwise, you're losing the same drill all the time, in the same matter of way. But if you're doing it all kind of different ways, it ain't no pattern.
I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't understood a single fucking word this dude has said, bro. Like, I haven't understood a single word he just said. Hold on. Is he gonna talk the rest of this time? Yeah, it's over with. I really ain't trying to hear what he gotta say, bro. That's gonna be the end of the video, you heard? These, man. I'm lost for words, bro. I'm lost for words, bro. I don't really know what to say. That's gonna be the end of the video. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all with all my heart, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, you heard? We out.